Hi guys, it's time for another weekly update, and as you can see I had to rearrange some in my bedroom with my ceilings and everything because it was so crowded in there and I had so many cuttings and so on standing there, so I had to place them out in basically all of my home in different areas, in my dining area, and then down in my chili pepper room with my overwintering ladies, just everywhere, just so I could get more space for my little seedlings. They're growing up so fast and they are desperate, not desperate, but they need more space. So I need to repot more. I mean, it takes so long to repot everyone. It's so easy to put down so many seeds at the same time, and then you need to give them bigger pots because they actually grow up. They don't stay in that baby stage for that long before they need to get bigger pots, their own living space and everything, and it gets so crowded. So crowded. And it goes super fast. I mean, wow. And at the same time, when I get the smallest space, when I can put a new pot or anything there, if I'm not giving my my seedlings new pots, I always put down more seeds because I think at the time, or that small moment, that I will have more room with more seedlings, when I actually don't. I mean, it's just crazy. And as you can see, they're growing super fast and it's so much fun to look at them and everything. I mean, I have some pots there that I should actually rearrange some. And some haven't even looked up yet, so maybe it's time to just give up. Nah, I think I'm gonna wait some more. Still, anyways, you can see they're growing super fast. My early spring flowers and onion seeds, and I even got those I call them mimosas. I don't know what I should call them in English, but it's sensitive. I don't know. Still, they are growing up so fast, and I just love to tease those small plants because it looks so amazing when they just shut their leaves right up when you touch them. It's so amazing and I just love it and I just can't help it. I mean, I had a bigger plant like this before and I just went there to just touch it all the time, so it just crawled up basically. Maybe I stressed that plant to death, I don't know. But now I got new ones, so I'm gonna take even better care of these. And at the same time, as I showed you before, I took my old, they are years old, cactus seeds, and now I got a small baby cactus. Oh my god! I was so happy when I saw that little just bulb or whatever you could call it shaking up out of the soil. It was just amazing. I never thought those seeds would ever give me anything basically, because I had them for years and years and years and years since last time I grew my cactuses, so it was such a great surprise. At the same time, I started up some basil seeds, and as you can see, they grow super fast, and I just sprinkle them on top of the soil basically. I don't put any soil on top, I just keep the surface moist and everything, so they started to grow because they need some kind of light to grow, what I've learned, and they can't stay in a super cold spot in a way, so I usually have them on my heating mat and keep the top layer super moist until they actually start to show their green lovely leaves coming out of there. And I'm gonna separate them some, but still they won't grow in that pot for all season long, so it's okay. I'm gonna give them a lot more space later on. At the same time, when I was rearranging that table, I had to do something on the floor as well. So I put one of my like lights underneath the table as well, where I have my heating mats currently, because I start up my seeds usually underneath the table and then I move them up on the table. But when it was like super crowded on top of the table and I have to like just try to figure that shit out, I needed to just like sort that out. Oh my god, a little guy, he just broke his neck. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. And I have a lot of that variety, so it's fine. Anyways, I needed to just like fix that, and I did it this way. And so far, so good. And my plants are like my ceilings, like it under there. And even if the floor kind of cold, anyways, but it's still, I think with the heating mats and everything, when I start up my ceilings, they like it there. So I'm just gonna keep it for now until I probably solve it in another way. And as you can see, my small like flower seeds, they are like super, 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 super tiny, that I started up just some time ago, are actually starting to check up now, and it feels so good to see them coming up. And I hope I get a lot of these, basically, because I hope my bees are gonna love them, and I know I'm gonna love them. So it's just like all way around super good. And I think it's just amazing when it's just like a tiny, 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 tiny seeds, and it's still check up. I mean, it's different like plant to plant. I'm just amazed. Every year, I've been growing for so many years, and I still get amazed every time I try something else or something new. And it just started to grow from the tiniest seeds, and it's just amazing. It's life right there, and I think it's just amazing. I can't say that enough. I just love it. I love every step of the way, even if it's like backfires sometimes and so on. It's still a big learning trip still, and I can learn so much with like growing my own veggies and everything. So it's just amazing. And this year I'm starting up some onions from seeds, and I had some onions before that I started up, but I want more. So I sprinkle a lot on this layer of soil, and this time I mix with some compost as well, just to see like the difference. And this time I used like this microgreens, like greenhouse basically. And as you can see, it's like small holes in the bottom, and then it's like another, like it looks like the same as you have like on the top basically, that's underneath that, so the water won't like stay there if I water it, so it's gonna drain down. So that one is really great actually, and I really like that type of thing. Basically, it's super easy to grow in, and I used them before, but just to grow microgreens in them. And I mean, it's just great. I love them. I'm gonna show you how I do like my own type of thing with like recycling, but I'm gonna show you before like my pre-onion seeds that I started up like way before, some weeks ago, and they are still growing. Oh, thank you so much for like staying alive with me here, because I really want to like try you fully this year. And so far so good. I'm like trying to not water them as much, so I drain the roots basically. And yeah, they're still looking good. I haven't given them any haircuts recently, but they look good. They don't like stretch out so much anyways. And I'm gonna start up with giving them some nutrients in their water for this upcoming week that's coming. But as I say, I just spray them a little bit basically, so I won't drain the roots. But I'm gonna show you when I like reuse. I mean, I don't like to use plastic, but at the same time, when you buy groceries and so on, it's a lot of plastic containers that comes with it. And this is basically a really good greenhouse to start up seeds with. just make some holes in the top one and maybe the bottom one as well, and then it's just great. It's like a mini greenhouse basically, and I just love it. And for these 2 containers, I'm gonna start up some more onion seeds. So I started up with one of them that I make like small holes in the bottom so the water can drain through. So it won't, like as I said, I don't want to like drown those baby roots on my small onion seeds when they finally show up. And in the other one, I don't make any small holes. So I just put the one with the small holes in it, and then over like the one that I don't have holes in. So the water could drain through to the bottom one and just stay there basically. So that's a really good thing. I really love to reuse like all types of things that I can get my hands on basically, because I think it's a good thing too that it gets reused before I recycle it, so it gets another purpose before it gets recycled, and that's a real good thing. It doesn't feel like a big waste anyways. I don't know, I think it's a good thing to think about the environment as well when I'm growing my veggies and everything. And I like to keep it simple, like I said before, and this is like a simple way to get another container, and it doesn't cost anything extra in a way, just my energy that I put down to like planting those seeds and just start everything up and making those holes basically. Yeah, so it's a really good thing. I like it. I love it. I love it. And for this time, I'm using some of my old soil, like blended with my bokashi compost. And so and I just fill it up basically. And when they're like onion seeds, they don't need like super much in the beginning, basically, because they get like super tiny roots and everything. And I sound like I'm nagging now, but I don't want to like drown the roots or anything, so I don't use like a lot of soil for these ones. So this is actually enough for the start. And then I just start up with just watering the soil through, so it gets like moist and everything, so it can stay that way. I don't have to like keep the soil any more moist for these upcoming days. It's already enough there. And then I just take my seeds and start to sprinkle, basically. And I sprinkle it like all around the surface. I don't like keep them. When I repot them later on, when it gets bigger so I can actually handle them, I'm gonna put them like maybe 3 or 4 at the same place. But in this stage, I just sprinkle it all around. So it gets a lot of seeds in this surface, but still, I mean, I think this could work actually. Then it's gonna be like harder part to just separate them, but I'm gonna figure it out for this one, because I have a lot of seeds in that tray, and it's just with everything I do basically, it's just like I'm gonna figure this out later on. If it's about space or whatever, I'm gonna figure it out. It's okay. I'm gonna show you guys if it's gonna be a great success and I'm actually gonna do well with my reused tray or not. We're gonna see if this is gonna be a good one or not. But I mean, it worked before, so it should work. I need to keep myself like optimistic with this one. It's looking good so far. So anyways, then I just like take a small amount of soil on top. I don't take it like super much. I just sprinkle everywhere. So to just get us just a little bit of soil on top. I want them to have a easy way up. I can't explain it. I mean, there's so many different ways you can do this and everything, and it's just the best is to just try, basically. Try, and sometimes it just fails, but it's okay. It's always something to like learn from it, so it's better to try than to not do it at all. I think it's a really good thing. I mean, some things you just have to try on your own, like with your hands, getting your hands all soiled up and everything, like with a lot of soil and everything. It's just messy everywhere. And it's a big learning trip, and that's kind of the fun thing too, that you can do in so many different ways, and you can get tips in from like all over the world, like how they do it and everything, and you can combine it to something that you do, like something that you want to do, or like I'm gonna try this way combined with that way, and it gives me my way in a way, and then you get your own ideas. And just that's what I love about the gardening in general. You can do it in so many different ways, and it's just great. And here you can see like the water has been going down to the bottom container. So it's a really good thing, because I don't want to have a lot of water stuck there in the first container. And now it's the time to move it into my bedroom, because I'm like filling up that space first, because I love to like wake up to all my seedlings there. Even if I have like plants and everything all around my home, I still love to like wake up here. And then it's like the problem that I don't have that much space there, but I think I think I can make room for this one anyways. It should be okay. I'm just gonna like try to just move some around here maybe, so I can put it here, or I really don't know. But this should actually work. Oh yes, it fits perfectly. Oh my god, that's just great. And I think I actually could have one more here. Yeah, I'm gonna do another one. Even if I don't have room, yeah, anyways, I'm gonna do another one. I saw a bit of space there, so that's good. And now they have some friends with my previously onion seeds I put down. Yeah, I need to do another update on that one. And at the same time, I need to do an update on SpongeBob, because today I saw that it's some roots checking up. Oh, that's just amazing. I love it. And then it's like time to give them new pots and everything soon, and it's gonna be, oh, they're growing up, and I think they look really good. And as I said before in this like root riots, but I call them like my SpongeBobs basically, because they feel like touching small SpongeBobs. They look really good, and they keep moist super well. I mean, I like it. I really like it. I'm happy that I actually tried this out. I don't think I'm gonna do it for all my cuttings, because I take a lot of cuttings every single year, like all year round. But I think it was a fun experience to try. And so far, so good. I really love it. I'm gonna look how it like goes when I'm gonna put those small root riots with my cuttings in soil, so they get their own pots. And I think they're really super easy to moisten up as well. With this one, sometimes I like to take my time with things, like especially when it is my plants. I like to enjoy it, and as you can see, like they are really just sucking up all that water basically, and contains it really good. So yeah, so far I like root riots, definitely. I just have to see like how it goes when I put them in their own small pots, and I have some, as you can see, that I need to try, and they are all starting to get more roots, like showing more roots, so that's just great. I love it. I love it. The only thing I'm like wondering about when they get into soil, how they're gonna react in one way. If the roots are gonna just like start spreading out even more, or how it's gonna go. I'm sure it's gonna go super good anyways, and yeah, I like it. My like these roots riots, aka SpongeBob's, are doing well. Yeah, I like it. Super easy as well to take cuttings. That could be like a negative thing for me because I already have a lot of cuttings going on basically everywhere, and I should stop taking more cuttings, but it's super hard because I just see some plants that need, like, I need to cut down and then I can't just throw it away, so I take more cuttings. So I bet I'm gonna stand here with even more root riot cubes in a way. But this was my like weekly update, guys, and I hope you're taking like great care of yourself and your loved ones like always, and please subscribe. It means so much to me. Just take really great care, and I will update you in a week or so. Bye, guys.